My favorite lightweight jacket is Taylor Stitch's Ojai. Here are a few terms I've seen used to describe this jacket. An updated version of a French workwear jacket, looks and feels like a vintage military jacket, a great interpretation of a chore coat, a functional workbench jacket, an unstructured blazer. I have indeed been wearing this jacket for many months and I'm wild about it, as wild as I can be about a jacket for spring and for fall. What's interesting of the Ojai is actually available in not only different colors, but different fabrics. So you can get this in like 7 or 8 fabrics, depending on the time of year. I'm quite certain this olive one is the most popular, but there are also 3 others that are also 8-ounce organic cotton, just like this one. So you can get this in this olive, you can get washed charcoal, you can get indigo, and you can get tobacco. And then you've got this really cool indigo herringbone, which is a little heavier at 11.5 ounces. There's olive wool, which is like a 12-ounce doppelganger of this one here, but maybe with like 90% wool and 10% unknown reclaimed fibers, and it's more expensive at 228 bucks. And there's a waxed cotton and camo, and now and then other colors will come up, like there's a limited time one with a snazzy indigo boiled wool that's like off the market now, but I'm sure it'll be back soon. And there've also been like natural colored ones. So let's talk about the way this jacket looks. So it's sometimes called a chore coat, right? That's probably the best way to describe it. Sometimes it's called a French workwear jacket as well, because it seems to have first appeared in France in the late 19th century. For those unfamiliar with the term, a chore coat is an increasingly popular type of jacket that's dressier than like a trucker jacket, but less dressy than a blazer, you know? The idea is that the loose fit, thick-ish material and roomy pockets make it ideal for tough physical work. And like jeans, which debuted for the same reasons, like to be workwear, the chore coat has evolved into a staple of the modern wardrobe. But if I had to say one thing that defines a chore coat, I'd say it's like the looser, unstructured fit. Because this olive color is so popular, there are some people that say this is similar to an old military jacket, but I would strongly disagree. In fact, a big part of why I like the Ojai jacket so much is that you get this nice, cool green color without the jacket looking like it used, without it looking like a military jacket, right? Which is a look that I really don't like. It's not that I dislike the military, it's just like I don't like wearing military jackets. I don't like, trying to pretend I used to be in the military. It seems like kind of like disrespectful or something. You know what I mean? That's just me, but I don't like wearing old military jackets. A big part of why this does not look like an old military jacket, in my opinion, is that you've got these really cool, big, thick, round, wood-colored ring-back buttons. There's like a lot I dig about this jacket, but the buttons are what really makes it for me. That's what really takes this from being like a regular chore coat, and I love chore coats, but it's what takes this classic look and makes it more interesting and stylish. The buttons really elevate the look and make it stand out, but like not too much, you know what I mean? It's like that really nice sweet spot in men's fashion where it's different, but not weirdly, offensively different, like it's like still like masculine, you know what I mean? So yeah, I really think the buttons really kind of make the jacket. So the material for most Ojai jackets like this one is organic cotton, which is like kind of a big deal for the company. It doesn't mean it's stronger or anything, but it's better in other ways. Like something like 16% of all pesticides on the entire planet are used on cotton, and there are none on organic cotton. And also it produces a lot less CO2, some estimates say up to like 46% less, and it uses 91% less water than conventional cotton. So it's pretty cool. It's 8 ounces, so it's heavier than all of your shirts, except maybe like a belly flannel. And it's pre-washed, so it's like a nice soft feel to it. And it's 100% cotton, so it breathes very well. It isn't like high-tech moisture wicking, like whatever, but like it's like this really classic material for getting some work done. As for other details, I mean, like I've kind of already gone over everything. You've got like a chest pocket here with like a little pocket here for your pen. You also got 2 front pockets, which are actually 4 pockets. You've got like one here and then another one going down like that. But that's all I really wanted to say about the features here. Like the best part is the buttons, which are ring back, so they're durable and you remove them when you put the jacket in the dryer. That's it. Otherwise, relatively simple. Now, as far as the price goes, the price does vary a little bit based on the material. Like if you get like the wool ones, it's gonna be like well over 200 bucks. But for this standard, the 8-ounce cotton version of the jacket, whatever color you get it in, it should be about $188. That's the cost of this jacket. Now, I'm very good at telling when boots are overpriced. I'm not so good at telling when jackets are like well priced or not, but I'm very happy I paid that amount of money for this, just because like I think it's a really, really versatile jacket. I just think it can go with like a whole ton of different outfits. And I think if you have like 1 or 2 of these, you probably don't need any other lightweight jackets, if I'm being completely honest. So yeah, I think given the amount of situations in which you can wear the jacket, it makes the cost worthwhile. But that's just my opinion. Let's wrap it up with pros and cons. Pros, I think this jacket like solved an issue that can sometimes happen with Chore coats, which is that they can be a bit shapeless. And like this is like pretty shapeless, right? But the lightness of the material keeps it from sitting on your top like a shapeless rectangle, if that's not too much of an oxymoron for you. The thing with Chore coats is, yeah, they can be a bit shapeless, but this material is just the right kind of material where it doesn't like kind of make you look fat. So that's what I like about this. Another thing I wanted to mention is that it's just like a really versatile jacket. You know, it can go well with an Oxford cloth button down. It can go well with like a slubby t-shirt. And I really adore the buttons as well. Like they really elevate this above other Chore coats, you know? So it's just like a really, it's stylish, but you don't have to think too much about it, which again is like really, I think it's like very key to like this sort of like a masculine fashion wardrobe. There's some potential downsides with this jacket. Some people don't like the buttons on the cuffs because like they say like the ring back there comes into contact with their watches. It doesn't happen to me, but you know, some people don't like that aspect of it. It's pretty roomy, being it's a Chore coat and all, and that's just kind of the nature of the style. It's not a con, but this does lead to like my biggest gripe with Taylor Stitch. And again, this doesn't mean there's anything wrong with Taylor Stitch or with this product. The one thing that I personally wish were different with Taylor Stitch is that they have what you call classic fits, right? As opposed to modern fits. So that's to say like they're not very form-fitting garments. They don't taper at the waist or get broad at the shoulders. This is true of like all their stuff. They're not great at emphasizing or pretending like you have like an athletic physique, which I really don't anymore anyway, because of lockdown. I haven't been able to go to a gym like all year. But that aside, if you're someone who prefers more of a V-shaped fit is what I'm trying to say. If you prefer like a V-shaped fit, Taylor Stitch is not great for that. However, if you're someone who doesn't, whose body is more straight up and down, or if you're someone who prefers like a baggy fit, then great, this is gonna be great for you. The other potential downside is like the jacket is made in China. Personally, I don't care that much as far as like the quality goes, but the reason it bugs a lot of people is that with regard to Taylor Stitch specifically, the company used to be very proudly and loudly made in the US, and now they're kind of like more quietly made in China. And like I'm an immigrant, man, like I get it, I love the United States. I also used to live in China actually, but I totally get prioritizing US made goods. I'm a big rah-rah America type of immigrant, you know, I like it here a lot. I get prioritizing made in the US. I don't really get extending that to denigrating foreign made goods, if that makes sense. Like I know logically it makes sense that if you prefer made in the US, then like you think not made in the US is not as good, but what I'm trying to say is like made in China doesn't mean bad quality. If you ask Taylor Stitch, actually, what they say is that that's made it a lot easier for them to emphasize like organic cotton and that kind of stuff. Like the stuff that's important to them as far as like their more environmental friendly manufacturing processes. According to them, that was a lot harder to do at US factories than in Chinese factories, right? And that's like why they moved it to China. I'm sure they would say that, right? But that's the explanation for it. Wherever you fall in that spectrum anyway, whether you say it's like good to be made in China or bad to be in China, or you don't care if it's made in China, I'm just pointing it out. It's made in China, but I think it's fine and I still really, really like the jacket. All right, those are my thoughts on the Ojai jacket. I like it a lot. It's old and new in all the right ways, I think. It's like sharp enough to like function as a casual blazer almost, like in a pinch, I mean. But it's also so versatile that it works as like the one jacket you bring on like a weekend trip or something. You know, it's casual and heritage and lightweight, but it's not a denim jacket or a trucker jacket, which is like, you know, often too casual. So it's a really nice change of pace. Truthfully, if I didn't have to buy various jackets in various colors from various companies because of like the nature of my job where I compare different brands, if you want to call this a job. If I didn't have to do all of that and I could just like pick a jacket, I don't know, man, I'd probably just grab like the Ojai jacket in olive and washed charcoal and get the indigo boiled wool one for like when it's colder and just call it a day. Like it's a really, really great jacket that looks great, but it's not trying to at all. It's not trying hard to anyway. And that's the kind of clothing I like.